playing with all the confidence in the world at this moment. Dave McCarthy sending them away on the attack again. Kerry spread eagle. Dave McCarthy way in his own. And he knocks that off the post. And that's
Hartnett's hands to Paddy Lynch. That's Paddy there, number 8, with a good long kick. And it's gone over the bar for Paddy Lynch. Crossing and curling nicely in. And it's a beautiful point from Brendan Lynch, about a good 45 yards out. As a sub at cornerback. Dennis Allen. And Dennis throws a punch there and then gets a belt back in the face. Referee John Maloney in the All Black there with some stewards trying to get the people back from the back of the goal that Kerry will be defending in the second half. It's been announced that on no condition will the referee restart this game for the second half unless the crowds go way back from the sidelines. A short kick out comes to Jimmy Barry Murphy. He must score. Yes, he does. What a disaster for Kerry. What a disaster. The goalkeeper, Paddy Manny, disgusted with himself. Kerry coming back very quickly. Owen Liston back into Ger Power. It was a nice return pass, and that's Tom Doyle, and this is Mike Sheehy, and that's the goal. Oh, that was a beautiful one. Kerry working so well with such confidence. Of course, if you've been All-Ireland champions for 2 years, you're bound to be self-assured. That's Pat Spillane. And a point for Pat. That's beautifully done. Under a lot of pressure from Joe O'Sullivan he was. Jack O'Shea. John Egan into the hands of Owen Liston. He must score. Oh, yes. That was so easily done.
We're in the last minute of the first half of the replayed Munster final, a game that has proved disappointing because the expectations were high. But Jack O'Shea for Kerry, always nice to watch a good footballer in action. And here's Owen Liston. The chance of the goal, surely. He gives it to Mikey Sheehy. Mikey Sheehy puts it in the net. It's a goal.
Dennis Allen here, dragged down then by Paul O'Shea. Could Cork have one last chance? Quickly taken. That's into Tadhg Murphy. Yes, it's in. Tadhg Murphy. Tadhg Murphy, the scorer. Páirc Keane has just gone now.
2 yards out, gets it to Paddy O'Shea again. Paddy right across to John Kennedy. Into Owen Liston. He may get the return. Owen decides to kick himself and gets a point for Kerry.
Has it once again, trying to round Tony Davis. Well into injury time in the Munster final. Back to Mikey Sheehy. Mikey the captain, looking for the Kerry goal that will seal it. Is it there? Yes it is, I don't believe it. Oh, absolutely unbelievable. Billy Morgan, his side has given it everything. McCarthy here. Inside towards Colin O'Neill, his first chance to impress. If he can lay it in for Dennis Allen. Oh, it's a great goal! Wonderfully competitive game. Maurice Fitzgerald again. What a goal would do for them here at this time. They trail by 3 points. Pat Spillane. And that's the first score he's got in 3 Munster finals. To McCall of Kerry needing a goal to stay in it. Jack O'Shea. Pulled, wrestled to the ground, and the book is out once again. This time the name of Conor Coonahan, I think, will be joining the others. Tompkins there and Jack O'Shea, and I think Tompkins just trying to restrain Jack O'Shea. And it's still continuing, and that is really very ugly. And that surely now should be a sending off for Jack O'Shea. I'm afraid he's just lost his cool in the heat of the situation. Watching some other incidents like this one here. Ah, what an awful way to finish what was a very good game. And it's a complete brawl at this stage. Well, they talk about when the Australians and the Irish get together. But what about this? Heavyweight bantam battles, middleweight battles, all kind of boxing going on down there. Well, it's a real dust-up.
Pat Spillane, a first chance to get away from Tony Davis. Down that left side. Owen Liston was making himself available. Spillane in full flight, nudged high by Slocum. Holds off the challenge and he gets a very good point. Coffey's free quickly into John O'Driscoll, unmarked. Oh, it's a goal! A goal by John O'Driscoll. In the three, Tom Spillane and Kerry standing in their way. Ambrose O'Donovan to Pat Spillane. Back to O'Donovan. Oh, great goal! That is a brilliant goal by Ambrose O'Donovan.
Shea Fahy. Players calling for it about him. The direct route to goal, however, touched in, and it's Coventry getting the fingers to it.
The trouble started with a midfield tussle between Niall Cahalane and Maurice Fitzgerald.
They're wrestling for possession there, and the referee going to have to step in fairly quickly here.
And while both players were having their names taken, another brawl of a more serious nature had broken out at the other end of the pitch.
And meanwhile, not a shot, a real fight breaking out. Oh dear. Temper spilling over here, rather dramatically. Ugly scenes. Fist fights in the background as well. Well, there won't be too many Christmas cards sent by some of these fellas to one another. And the referee who'd been taking names at the other end is now going to have to try and sort this one out. Again with the aid of his umpires, I'm sure. And the referee seems to have sent the two lads off. So Noel Toomey is sent off for Cork, and Jack O'Connell of Knocknagoshel and Kerry also is dismissed.
Being dictated to right now by Pa Dennehy against Tony Nation. And Dennehy has been the master in that situation all day. Played across towards Cronin. Oh, it's a goal! It's a goal! And the youngster John Cronin has scored it! So the position, in case you've joined us late, with Shea Fahy picking himself off the ground. We've got 11 minutes to go. It's Kerry the leaders, 1-8, the rank outsiders in the betting. Cork 10 points. We still, I think, have to credit Mickey Sullivan, who marshalled his team splendidly. The old heads of Jack O'Shea and Pat Spillane did their job to a T, and now Maurice Fitzgerald has kicked them through to what surely is a Munster final performance. They'll be dancing in the streets of Killarney tonight. Danny Cullity on towards Teddy McCarthy. Shea Fahy bursting forward across towards John O'Driscoll. Out first time by Gleeson, not as far as Niall Cahalane. That's the point by Cahalane. This is Maurice Fitzgerald for a Kerry side trying to tighten the screw. Holds it up quite deliberately, strikes one from way out and he's put it over. This match is that Cork have had just 2 wides in the second half. Would you believe it? You'll have to. They were both from penalties. An amazing statistic. This is Billy O'Shea and a Kerry goal. A second Kerry goal of the match, and that will have killed off the tie absolutely.
Tompkins, of course, used to take these, but now with a fine place kicker like Colin Corkery about, he's able to deliver the goods and sent over the opening point after just a minute. There's welcome sunshine on a humid afternoon in Killarney. Long kick, brilliantly put over the post. A second point by Maurice Fitzgerald. Carty picks out Colin Corkery, fine fielding against Morgan Nix, holding it up, kicking for a score at a tight angle. That's another wonderful score. Colin Corkery's first point from play. The impressive bank in the background watching as Colin Corkery kicks, attempting to extend Cork's lead, a lead of 4 points down. In towards Colin Corkery, just touching it down to Kavanagh. Chance to seal this match now. And it's there! And Joe Kavanagh may have missed a few in the first half, but he gets a goal finally.
Rangers to All-Ireland club success. Thrown in there from outside the sideline by Colin Corkery, who hotly disputes that decision. And Billy Morgan is enraged by that decision and by whatever else is going on down there. And unless I'm mistaken, that's Johnny Mulvihill, the Kerry selector, and they're having a right go at each other. And they're still having a right go at each other. And by Sean Burke towards Timmy Fleming. He looks up and finds Sean Ganey free. Sean Ganey gets the goal. Pass it. Mike Hassett sticks to his task and his man very, very well. Two Corkmen going in. One of them is Stephen O'Brien. He's arriving for the goal, and he gets it gloriously. Bingo Driscoll for Kerry. He has shown a lot of pace in this game. His finishing has let him down once or twice. He'll be anxious to get this ball over the bar. Unchallenged, he goes for the point and gets it. To Colin Corkery. They're 1 point up. Terry McCarthy will try to engineer a second. From a difficult angle for a right-footed kicker. A glorious point by Terry McCarthy.
And Kerry again. Raiding, and that's the goal! A great start! And it's Eamon Breen who's... Bingo Driscoll now. Into space, who's there? Popping up is Jeannie Farrell. Farrell looking for a score for Kerry. They need one. And he's found the range, and the side's level again. Along the line it goes. Close passing. Mark O'Connor up with the attack to the other Mark. Mark O'Sullivan, the first half substitute, looking for Cork's score, and he puts it over the bar. Cork's first score of the second half. A moment of mental fortitude required for Colin Corkery. The kick looks good, it's over the bar. And there waiting for it is the captain himself, the great rallying force, Niall Cahalane. Don Davis, the pass from Larry Tompkins initially to set him up. Players calling for it, here's Don Davis. Another one.
It's Mike Frank Russell, challenged by Sexton, booked already. Mike Frank still going forward. The youngster kicking, and it's a lovely point. Sides are level. Michael Francis Russell. Attack showing for everything. Now Larry Tompkins tries to sell the dummy. Does so against Liam O'Flaherty. Steadying himself, going for the score, and Larry Tompkins has scored. Martin putting that one in there. Martin Cronin to Joe Kavanagh, and Joe Kavanagh lets this one go over the bar. And John Crowley comes on to take on Brian Corcoran again, turning back into Mike Frank Russell, hitting instinctively. What a forward he is, the Michael Owen of Gaelic football. That's a third point from Mike Frank Russell. Martin Cronin going in, held inside by Alan O'Regan, trying to go by Stephen Stack. O'Regan has a chance, and he scored! Nobody will fight harder in the colours of the kingdom. Down it goes, and here's a chance, and Kerry got back, and it's Maurice Fitzgerald. A minute after the Cork goal. It's remaining. Level. Seamus Moynihan. Huge one down towards Maurice Fitzgerald. He just gets a touch onto it. This could be critical. Kineda. And that's gone over the bar. 4 points. What a match. Darragh O'Shea. Crowley once again. Brian Corcoran chasing after his shadow. Maurice Fitzgerald, such an elegant player. Underlining it again with a simply superb kick from 40 metres out. And that is now a goal and 4 points. This is Donald Daly linking up here with John Crowley. He has had a starring role to play in this Kerry performance, again stealing a march. And he puts it between the posts, and he's got 5. Outside to Don Davis, back again towards Joe Kavanagh. Kavanagh looking for the first score of the match, and he's found the range and he's put it over the bar. Inside towards Maurice Fitzgerald, attracting Ronan McCarthy to him. McCarthy going to keep him at bay. Not easy, lots of encouragement from the Kerry fans here for Maurice Fitzgerald. Back towards Donald Daly, involved in the early stages of that. Inside towards Edon McGarrett, and Kerry have scored a goal. Ace and strength. Getting it inside beautifully towards Hassett. Now, Johnny McGlynn. Real scoring chance for Johnny McGlynn. And his first point of the match. Well, a little solo there. Oh. Look at this. Ronan McCarthy is the Cork player involved. Not quite sure what led up to all of that.
And shouldered him, and they just had a bit of a tussle between them. I think both a yellow card each. I think that's a fair result of what happened.
Morris without a score so far. He's taken 2 frees so far, failed to score. This is third one, drops short, but Kerry may profit, and they do! And it's McGarrett who's got a second goal. They've made a good deal more, 14, and still there are players tangling, Brendan Gerald Sullivan and Eamon Breen. Well, I know there's an awful lot at stake, local pride and rivalry and all the rest of it, but you just wish that they'd settle down and start playing what they're good at, which is football. And that is Podsy O'Mahony. Curled in well in front of the goalkeeper, dropped down into the back of the net. Faulkner Collins only on the field about 2 minutes. Once again it's dropped in there towards Marcus Sullivan. Here comes Murray. John Murray trying to steer it in. 2 goals in 2 games for Fionn Murray. Tomas O'Shea trying to hold on to it. Kicked ahead into space. Mike Frank Russell comes ahead of Anthony Lynch. Shooting it beautifully. That's great scoring. Be taken by Noel Kennelly from the Emmets Club. And that's over the bar. O'Kineda, their free taker in the absence of Maurice Fitzgerald, coming out to hit this. Fitzgerald is a sub, of course. It's straight, it's accurate, it's another point. It comes once again towards Kieran Daly, into Aidan Dorgan. And Dorgan belts it high, and belts it between the posts. It's a fair distance out, but he has got that breeze behind him now. He connected well. Is it dropping short, however? It's fisted in by Colin Corcoran, and it's into the back of the net. Fionn Murray, the man with the goal touch. He's scored more goals than points in Championship football so far. Decent pass ahead, they play it on the ground still. Opportunities, and Cork have gone into the very, very firmest position. And it is Joe Kavanagh who's got the goal. Now dragging Canty across with him. Young player Graham Canty is in the under-21 team. That's a great catch. Beautifully struck high, and that is Noel Kennelly, and that's over. Dropping it ahead to Corkery, trying to wrong side Seamus Moynihan, but right into the corner. Moynihan will try and hold him out there. This is the strength of Corkery, however. He can kick right, he can kick left. He's kicked it with the left this time, and he's put one between the teams. Pass. Johnny Crowley initially has it second time of asking from Kennelly. That's a fine kick, and this is a tremendous performance by John Crowley. The Glenflesk man has got 4 points from 4 shots at the target.
And Colin is very dangerous from anywhere around the 50-metre line.
Well, he's about 50 metres out right now. Can he provide the first score? The answer is yes. It's taken nearly 9 minutes. Playing time left. Colin Corkery ready to take on Barry O'Shea once again. Selling dummies, trying to get it onto his left boot. He can hit them both left and right. He's a very accurate kicker, and he proves it once again. Punches the air with delight. And Corkery has got 5 points.
From outside the 45, looking for Corkery. Tom Sullivan at full back on Corkery. Great catch. A quick flip up, goes for the point. Corkery, the king of Corky Cleave again. He finds it. Declan Quill, off his right, over the bar, good score. From Mike Frank Russell. On the 45. Colin Cooper is going in, and he's gone all the way. The goal's given, the referee Brian White turned away, he was happy, he was right in front. To Joe Kavanagh, looking for Colin Corcoran. Knocked away by Michael McCarthy. On to Brendan Gerald Sullivan in front of the goal. A point with Duke Cork. He's got it. Brendan Gerald Sullivan. Oh, good pick-up. Looking for Diarmuid O'Sullivan. Colin Corkery peels away. Falls to Diarmuid O'Sullivan. Another score on the way. stir is a football stir too on Lee's side. Because it takes 2 scores just to get level. Graham Canty going forward again to Colin Corkery. Now off his left, judging it beautifully. That's a magnificent score by this superb footballer, Colin Corkery, the co-captain.
Big deep one in, dangerous inside forward line, and a goal! Mike Grosso, Cork's defence torn to shreds. So Mike Franks setting up this movement once again, nicely in towards Colin Cooper. Impish play, laying it off nicely, trying to take a return. Kerry going for another goal. Here's a real chance. Still they play around with it, and they find the net through Cooper. That's Maurice McCarthy. Dropped away this time. Here's a goal chance from Murray. Slipping it across there to Clifford. Goal for Cork, 33 minutes gone.
What the doctor ordered, Ger. Very well taken. Great canvas by Murray to give it to Clifford.
It's his 3rd goal in championship football. Martin Cronin taking it back. Holding there this time by Colin Corkery. And Seamus Moynihan has the jersey almost ripped off him, and now it's getting ugly. Brendan Ger O'Sullivan waiting for Fionn Murray to make the darting run inside. He's done it! He scored! Being urged on by the Cork fans here. They've travelled in big numbers. There was jostling, there was holding. Tom O'Sullivan there, I think, is penalised and the ball is thrown away, and again, this is disgraceful stuff.
That's dreadful between, I think it's the corner forward, Fionn Murray and Tom O'Sullivan.
It's red apiece. Colin Corkery now being spoken to by the referee. He's got a yellow, he's got a red as well, and he is off, and it's been building up the whole time. Mike Frank Russell as Kerry take on the Munster champions of this year. Oh, it's another one, and it's Owen Brosnan.
As far as McMahon, they're going the long way around as far as Noel O'Leary. Can he have a pot? It's a very awkward angle, tricky kick, and it's over the bar. An amazing point by Noel O'Leary. Aidan O'Mahony easily beating James Masters. Masters attempted blocking it, comes in here for Declan O'Sullivan. This is dangerous. O'Sullivan rifles it in. The opening goal of the game. Declan O'Sullivan in the 7th minute of the second half. And it will have done their season a lot of good. Cork will be taking great heart out of it, but they take even greater if they can win it. But right now, it's the footballer of the year from last year, Tomás O'Shea, who's got up to kick a second.
Favourites, Kerry, Armagh, Tyrone, they're all still there. The one to join them is Cork. As Liam Hassett kicks it, huge distance out, great point. Here comes Tomás O'Shea. Again, Kerry rayed dangerously with a diagonal ball in for the gooch. He's always showing. Brosnan's available, and it's really brilliant to watch. Owen Brosnan. Philip Clifford now taking over the responsibility of taking the frees, and that sails over beautifully. A second for Philip Clifford, first from a free, trying to set up Brian Sheehan. 2 points from frees so far on his first start for Kerry in the championship. That's spilled by Noel O'Leary, dangerously so, and here comes Kerry, and it's off the post, and the gooch, it's finally in, and it's there by Owen Brosnan.
Cork with a lot of hand passes out of defence, which has been a trend this year. Michael Prout going long then, nicely in as far as Masters, looking for another score, and he sweeps it over the bar. Might be the one, if it started badly, would be warming up the likes of, well, for obvious reasons, Conor McCarthy or David Niblock maybe. Oh dear. Has this now spoiled the occasion? Going to be just a yellow. It's a red, and it's been sent off for striking. Well, now that really could spoil it for Cork. They'd been going so well. This was the reaction.
Yeah, he definitely caught him with an elbow. He caught Kieran Donaghy with an elbow that time. He reacted to the freebie. Just watch it here. He was holding the jersey and again came across him with an elbow.
It's again to Gooch. Cooper's kick into the centre, held here by Brian Sheehan, way up into the air, looks to have the accuracy. The umpire's look at it, Kerr, and wave the white flag. Galvin works so diligently, so industriously, outside of the boot again, inside here. Colin Cooper laying it off here for Brian Sheehan, this time looking for a winner. This time he might have got it. This time it's over the bar. Upper body strength to hold on to it. Now Dara O'Shea. Lynch is after him. He leaves Lynch in his wake. Goes for it. Wonderful shot. Oh, that's the kind of point that will rally the fans and lift the team. Kieran O'Connor. It's a long ball in. Dropped dangerously in towards John Hayes. He's got a support player. It's Masters. It must be. It is.
Big score for Cork there. I think the ball was intended initially for James Masters.
Looking ahead to the forwards. Down towards Frank Russell. Can he unsettle Michael Shields? Mike Frank, his Kerry need a score, and Mike Frank produces it.
Excellent score by Mike Frank there. Good ball in by Dara O'Shea. Mike Frank has been out.
They hold on to it. Hayes looking for support. That's Kevin O'Sullivan. A real hit and hope one. Where will it land? It lands over the bar. It's an amazing kick by the young player from Ireland Rovers. Donnacha O'Connor. 2 points in the game for him. Just one of them from play. Masters once again. To ensure victory maybe. Could well do so. Cork would look to be on their way to a first Munster win for 4 years. And they are. Kevin O'Sullivan, who landed a monster earlier on. Masters has been superb. That finishes it off. That's some score. That's some tally by Masters.
Again they battle. That O'Shea and Nicholas Murphy. Comes for us Michael Shields. Spreading it wide. Over for us Donnacha O'Connor. Takes it on the turn and sends it beautifully over the bar. That's a very, very good score. Towards Kieran Donaghy. Gets there ahead of Derek Kavanagh. Willing to take on Kavanagh, getting inside rather easily. Gives it back. Chance here for Sean O'Sullivan. It's on target. The Kingdom. Long ball in towards Kieran Donaghy from Paul Galvin. Turns, shoots, and registers the point. His first in this All-Ireland. This time by Micheál Quirk. Lays it off. Fires Killian Young into the pack of Mike Frank Russell. The overlapping ball was for Declan O'Sullivan. Anthony Lynch staying goal side of him. Kerry captain twists. Nice ball. Anthony Lynch slips it still. O'Sullivan, and that's a very good score. Although it's not fully reflected on the scoreboard, just 2 points between the teams as Masters kicks this in and sends it over the bar. That's a great kick. Kieran Donaghy on the underdogs team a couple of years ago. Here's Michael Cusson, great catch, great turn. And if Donaghy can do it at one end, Cusson can do it on the other. The big 6'7" man has announced his arrival. To Mahoney with possession, heading towards the 20-metre line. Pierce O'Neill goes with him, back inside his own half. Kieran Donaghy trying to do what Cusson did a moment ago. The Star has announced his arrival. Michael Shields with him. Killian Young dropping this in. Battle between Graham Canty and Donaghy. It's Coach Cooper inside the cover onto the right boot. Goal for Kerry. The Skibbereen man was fouled. Nice ball inside for Kevin McMahon, getting inside the Kerry cover. Here's a chance for O'Connor. What a cracker! Superb. Who has the gumption? Is it Brian Sheehan perhaps? Is he going to be the super sub? Back to Kieran Donaghy. Floats it in. It's curling. It's curling and it's over the bar. It's the Star of 2007.
For the Whites, 3 for the Kingdom. Scanlon back in. The goalkeeper comes. He misses and it's in the back of the net. And it's Colin Cooper. To Micheál O'Shea down towards Donahue, who lets it spill. Michael Shields. Big task for him, keeping tabs on Donaghy. Donaghy hasn't scored so far. His scoring record isn't great in this year's championship anyway, but he does create havoc, and he's creating havoc here, and he's got an open goal! Oh, what a gift that is! He burgled the ball! On by Galvin, on as far as Owen Brosnan, hasn't scored so far in this final. Trying to put that right. Here's another chance, and another one for Donaghy! Kerry can do no wrong. O'Shea in towards Michael Cusson this time, in beyond him. Gould's coming, oh, that's in the corner, and that is by Daniel Goulding. Cork get one back. Hey, here's Anthony Lynch. Galvin getting in a tangle with him. Then the frustration spilling over, and that's unnecessary. We're seeing the man bags rather than the handbags once again in a Gaelic football match. Totally unnecessary, waste of time.
Yeah, it's unnecessary, and again Darragh O'Shea's coming in here now with Derek Cavan. Again, it's so unnecessary. Kerry are in control of that. They should be drawing away their players, not getting involved in that. They're
very much the man in form against Clare. That Munster semi-final, scoring 5 points. Kerry fans respond even before the ball had reached the target. Lobbing it in high to Donaghy. Knocked away momentarily by Derek Cavan. Here's the start. Forcing his way forward. Chance of a Kerry goal. Donaghy Walsh got the touch. Seamus Scanlon to Tomas O'Shea. That's a great kick. That is a superb point. Now that is class. Graham Canty. Here it goes again. Dropping it down towards Michael Cusson. Knocking it far as Donaghy O'Connor. Here's a chance for John Hayes. Oh, this is much better out of Cork. Make that 5 actually, as this free has been taken by Brian Sheehan. Ah, that is a brilliant kick. Take into consideration the ground conditions here. Clinton Gould laying it back. Good ball. Cusson gets a touch. Cork are back in the Munster final. Controversy for Kerry as they bid for that 3 in a row. Here comes a chance. Oh, that is fantastic score. Daniel Goulding, 4 points for him. Corey Greedy it was. Hushtocker, James Masters to stamp his authority in the game. It's dropping over the bar.
Half against Darragh O'Shea and Páirc Uí Chaoimh at the beginning of July. Winning that. Cusson inside, a great opportunity again for O'Neill. Stumbling, great goal chance. It's that man, Daniel Goulding. Goal and a point for Cork. This time Kerry with the free kick, taken there by Declan O'Sullivan, playing really, really deep. This is Gooch Cooper playing the ball across here towards Donaghy. What a response! What a brilliant response! There's a Cork player down on the ground, and Darragh O'Shea has been noted for the offence, it would appear. Pierce O'Neill, I think, was the injured player. He's back on his feet. It gets hot and heavy, lads. Keep the fighting for the boxers in Beijing. They did brilliantly. A booking of Darragh O'Shea. Oh, it's a red card! He's been sent off. I can only assume for striking. Outcome of that. Again, it hops up with Aidan O'Mahony and Donaghy O'Connor getting involved. And the referee and Donaghy there, you can see, telling the referee there was Doyle as the linesman on that far side. Watch this. Little playful tap in the face. Now Sil Doyle has said to the referee, Joe McQuillan, who clearly didn't get... It's a red card!
Yep.
That is Michael Cusson. Holding and waiting. No time to delay. Aiming it in towards James Masters, and Masters has scored! Not quite over yet. A goal in the 70th minute by James Masters. About that task. 3 against 3. Cusson Fields breaks it down. Fade away again. Here's Canty. Is it a penalty this time? It is! Cork may yet be rescued right at the death of the game. He scored! They're level! John Hayes from the penalty. In the view of the referee Jimmy White, who handled this year's Ulster final, who did a really good job for Armagh against Fermanagh. Here's Tommy Walsh, stood his ground well. He's a strong young player. Second point of the match for Kerry. Cork goal, but there is a certain absence of a half-forward line functioning properly for them. But the inside forward line's doing the job, and Tommy Walsh is doing it against Diarmuid Duggan. Here's an opportunity! Opening goal of the game comes after 24 minutes. Miskala, Cusson now, kicking it in. There's a couple of players waiting for it in there. One of them is John Hayes, surrounded immediately by Kerry players. Back to Goulding, likes to kick with the left, might fist this, he's kicked it in! What a time to get a goal, and it's Daniel Goulding who's got it again! And they've put a couple of changes in place, but Declan O'Sullivan back here towards Kieran Donaghy, trying to go by McMahon, and does so with ease. What a start to the second half! What an absolute blitzkrieg start to the second half! Here comes Nicholas Murphy. Remember, they have Cusson waiting inside, but they may not need him. Pierce O'Neill can fist this one. He can go! Pierce O'Neill! It's a one-point game! They're building for an equaliser, Cork. Donnacha O'Connor kicking it ambitiously high. It's going towards the goal. It's gone over the bar! They are level! 65 minutes! Towards Moran, the new man in. Holding it up. Freeing it inside to O'Sullivan. Will he be the hero? Darren O'Sullivan. There's a support player. There's another goal. And it's Gooch Cooper. Colm Cooper with a goal and 7 points.
From here on in.
Now Cork trying to get back in front. Their lead wiped out. Kerrigan to O'Neill. What a goal from Pierce O'Neill. He's done it again. From the man from Dingle. Galloping alongside is Darragh O'Shea. 34 years young, still going strong, looking for the score off the Kitog, and he has nailed it. An inspirational score from Darragh O'Shea. And away go Kerry to try and hit Cork on the break. Darren O'Sullivan round the corner from Cooper. He's lost Anthony Lynch. Cooper, one quick look at the goal post. The umpires like the look of it. Normal service has been resumed to Ty Kennelly. O'Shea has continued the run. Everybody pulling out of the middle. Kennelly goes for the spectacular score, and he has got it. Keeps it simple. Back to Sheehan. Winds up for the big kick. He's caught it well. It's on its way. Brian Sheehan. Another inspirational score. Lynch bought the first one, not the second. Cooper continuing on his merry way, hanging on to that ball. Maurice Deegan gave him every possible chance, and Cooper makes it count. Well, pound for pound, he remains the best around. Mark O'Shea watching his eyes and his feet. O'Connor from a very difficult angle, he struck it beautifully. Oh, that's a wonderful score from Donnacha O'Connor.
Have an off the ball incident here.
Well, we've got a straight red. Incredibly off the ball, well off camera. Pat McEnany obviously saw what happened, reached straight into his back pocket and has shown Noel O'Leary a straight red card. Paul Galvin was the player on the ground. A straight red for Paul Galvin as well. Well, that is enough to take your breath away. So in the absence of Brian Sheehan, who's back in the Kerry dugout, David Moran stands up to this kick and has nailed it. Plenty of options inside. One of them is James Masters. He knows every nook and cranny of Páirc Uí Chaoimh. He's gone for the score, and he has got it.
And the All-Ireland football final gets underway, and it's Cork who play from left to right, and straight away Nicholas Murphy hit there as that ball was coming towards him from the throw-in. Attention. Watch this again here. Watch the elbow, and it was Kennelly coming across there. It was a high elbow.
Yeah, Tyke seemed overcharged definitely in that case again. Very aroused at the moment.
It isn't pleasant to look at. Comes back towards Colm O'Neill once again, kicking off his left this time. Beautiful kick, and he puts it over the bar. Beautiful ball, measured perfectly for Colm O'Neill. Released quickly to Paddy Kelly. Can he finish? Hoping it'll draw insufficiently. It's moving, it's travelling, and it's gone between the post and over the bar. Excellent point by Cork and by Paddy Kelly.
Issuing yellow cards.
Oh, O'Neill's after it. Oh, what a goal by Colm O'Neill! 4 scores, 4 shots at the target. Let's see what this fifth one can produce. It produces another one for Tommy Walsh.
and Tommy Walsh gets 2 in a row. One here by Darren O'Sullivan, ready to take on Anthony Lynch. Darting run this way and that. This player has great pace. Great penetrating run. Oh, an impossible angle, and he's kicked it over the bar. What about that for a score and a first in the match by the Kerry captain, Darren O'Sullivan. Back once more it goes, this time to Walsh once again. One Walsh to another, and that's a lovely cracking shot over the bar by Tommy Walsh.
Appearance. He goes straight to number 1 on the number of appearances. Good ball in, there's the coach. They've got to watch his left foot. Here it comes, there's a point. Pre-match build-up was about Colm Cooper and Kieran Donaghy. Sheehan is just as good. Isn't that lovely to watch? 2 points. Very, very impressive cornerbacks. Over first Brian Sheehan. Kieran Donaghy wants the long ball. It's being delivered, but with a bit of power, with a bit of accuracy. Magnificent score by Brian Sheehan. Ray Carey comes into challenge. Brian Sheehan out fires Tomas O'Shea, hit it on the right of the bounce. It's a beauty. You know he was going to do it. Side, all the way back. In fact, fires Pierce O'Neill. Cody Cassan, eager to touch the football, eager to have a goal from way out the field, and that is his 2nd point of the game. On fires Anthony Marr, under pressure, Aidan Walsh, twists and turns. Is this the moment for Kerry? They just have the self-belief. 69 minutes and 20 seconds. Cork look for a winner.
O'Neill.
It's Colm O'Neill, the man who scored the goal last September.
Free has been picked up here by Aidan Walsh. Was a very poor one. Now Walsh has a go from a distance, hanging in the air again. Horrible one for the goalkeeper. Drops it down and it's in the back of the net. Goulding, his 7th ever championship goal. All of that happened. Using his possession now, trying to put it in there to Cooper, who did well against Jamie O'Sullivan. Cooper back to Donaghy. This is a better spell for Kerry, and if you don't succeed at first, have a second go. Donaghy did and put it over the... Cork hold the ball. Patient. Torment Kerry. Donnacha O'Connor knifing past 4 players on his left. Great score.
Great score, great score. Did everything himself.
It's with Michael Shields. Having a go himself, fancying his chances. That is an absolutely sensational kick. Only his 3rd ever point in. Going long. Inside towards Colm Cooper. Looking for Donaghy. This is a goal chance, and that is a beauty. Donaghy scores. Paul Kerrigan and Daniel Goulding. Watch that right now. It's Paddy Kelly. Trying to sell dummies to Killian Young, trying to keep him out there on the edge. Still a good looking kick. It's a magnificent point and a first of the day for the Ballincollig player. Is there a scoring chance for Kerry to get a point? Mark O'Shea, 45 seconds of the 2 minutes to play. 1 point the margin. O'Shea's in, O'Shea's kick, and he's drawn the game. He's got it. What a point by Mark O'Shea. Mike McCarthy, his defence has been very good all through. Fintan Gould letting fly, and that one goes over the bar.
Back. That's wonderful stuff, as was the tackle earlier on down in the corner by Canty on Donaghy.
Good ball in first, Darren O'Sullivan, from Darren O'Sullivan to the star, and that's over the bar. In towards Daniel Goulding. Tom O'Sullivan is there as well, as you would expect. Goulding, is this Cork's opening score? The All-Ireland champions are on the scoreboard. Quickly taken by Patrick Kelly. Donnacha O'Connor on the turn. Oh, is that going to curl? The umpires, the crowd of 43,000 signal. Kieran O'Leary, Dr. Crooks, and just across the road, Darren O'Sullivan, Glenn Carr, he's going for it! What a cracker! This still Johnny Buckley thought about showing it and giving it to Anthony Marr. Instead, lays it off. Here's a chance for Kerry from out the field. The umpires are perfectly positioned, and that is over the bar. And guess who? Paul Kerrigan going forward. Can Cork respond? Oh, that is a magnificent point by Paul Kerrigan.
Held on to here by James O'Donoghue. They were worried about a slight hamstring problem that he had. Gets it onto the right, measures it beautifully. Back in towards Declan O'Sullivan, and between Declan and Darren, they are tormenting Cork, and it's Declan back into Cooper, and this time there is no doubt. This time it is the clinical finish. Looking like he's going to be a winner in 2013, the way this game is going. And this one is over the bar. He's got his first championship point. Brendan Keeley from Sparrows. Paul Gainey, 6 points in the last match against Clare. Transferred here to Johnny Buckley. Very, very quickly indeed. Kerry rattle off 2 points down. And now he's watching James O'Donoghue go this way and that against Michael Shields, make a better angle for himself. That was clever. Again, good movement ahead, super movement there by Gainey. Got away from his man, kicked with confidence. He's having a great start to this match. Aaron O'Sullivan, a bit injury in that performance so far. And James O'Donoghue, his marker now is James Lockery. Somehow he managed to get it between the uprights for a ninth. The Cork defenders are going to have nightmares about this man.
Yeah, Declan O'Sullivan, he caught the elbow right on the chin that time. That is a bad tackle. That's a bad tackle. That's a dangerous tackle.
The man who came on as a sub, John Hayes, and he gets a red card for that. He can't. Right on the end line, opportunity to create something here. Donegal O'Connor, injury kept him out last year, and this one's in the back of the net by Colm O'Neill. Can he get the better of it? Poor ball inside here because Stephen Cronin was standing in the right position, and the ball is taken and put in the back of the net by Donaghy. James O'Donoghue again losing his marker, and the pass is pinpoint accurate. O'Donoghue menacing as always, kicking his first point of this Munster final. Kelly picked up here by Barry O'Driscoll. Back inside here, helped into the back of the net. It was moving. And it's Donegal O'Connor. One which is well taken by Paul Gainey. Kicking to score. And to put Kerry back in front again. Ahead. Michael Shields having to go himself. Waiting to slip it in now. Here's a chance. Driscoll scores! The patience worked out. And Barry O'Driscoll. Donegal Walsh, Cork defending. They get it out to Fionn Fitzgerald. Will he be the hero? Will he save their bacon? He's done it! They're level!
What a score!
Fitzgerald! Chance for Kerry to take the lead. And a lead developing immediately.
Yes, I say this was forecast beforehand, and probably there was a late tackle, it must be said, by Alan O'Connor and James O'Donoghue, but that's senseless behaviour out there on a night like this.
So Sheehan to try and extend Kerry's advantage in this match, catches it superbly. Absolutely flawless by Brian Sheehan, the same. Kevin O'Driscoll, Pa Kelly. There's one man who is forward for them, it's O'Neill, and it's back into Kerrigan, who blasts it! Paul Kerrigan! Kevin O'Driscoll there on David Moran because it means a free kick, which is quickly taken. Walsh misses, but it's put away. It was a rapidly taken free kick. And beautifully controlled by James O'Donoghue. He got his body between the ball and the man marking him. Controlled it well, held off the challenge, finished in magnificent style. A few moments. Back in here as far as Anthony Marr. Everybody must have touched the ball nearly at this stage. And it's moving smartly, and it's Mikey Gainey to try and crack a second. What a start. First Munster final for him. Beautifully down inside again to the man who got the opening point of this match. Paul Gainey onto the right this time. 4 attacks, 4 points. Mark Collins looking to try and get the opening score for Cork. Decent looking shot, and it's got over the bar. Donaghy sets an opportunity up here for the darting James O'Donoghue, kicking it with the right magnificently over the bar. Game with only 14 men for half of it. Here he is, Stephen O'Brien, first chance, cracks a beauty. Been a bit adventurous. Eventually he double hops, and there's no goalie, and Kerry have it. David Moran, surrounded by Cork players, tries to boot it up and over the bar and get a second one at the start of the second half, and he succeeds. Here in Kerry 2 years ago, it's been a bad championship for them. Barely got over Waterford, struggled against Tipperary, in difficulty against Kerry, and Kerry have got a goal, and it is scored by Paul Gainey. Shane Enright. He's only once scored in the championship. That goes off a post. He's got a second point.
Dropping it in. Oh, beautiful catch. What's on here? Flick it across. Goal on. The Rebels have landed. James O'Donoghue laying it back as Kerry tried to regroup and refocus. First opportunity for David Clifford. First touch over the bar. And on that occasion, it's a wonderful catch by David Moore. So now, this is where Kerry are going to be good. Look at the speed, look at the stamina, look at the finish! Brilliant goal! What a response! Martin, the Kerry and I think Cork forwards will also go onto the forwards as we look at this, and the outside of the boat, oh my word. Great score. Yeah. Great score by Paul. Giving it back to the Bantry Blues man. And away he goes. It opens up in front of him. Can he finish? Staley's going strong and fast. And it's a repeat of the first goals. It's not action replays. Cork respond with the second goal. This time Mark Collins finding it a little bit difficult. James O'Donoghue laying it back. David Clifford to O'Donoghue. The threesome up front are going to be lethal. Somehow manages to scramble it loose. Sean O'Shea dead straight in front of the post. Heads down towards Blackrock. And the white flag will be raised. Knocking it down. Here's David Clifford onto the left boot. Here we go. Straight between the posts and over the bar. They're doing a lot of slipping and sliding down that left wing, and away goes Kevin McCarthy, skipping inside the cover. Good ball inside. There's an opportunity. Dumping to the right. Hits with the left. Back of the net. Beautiful to watch. Switching wings. Kieran Donaghy. Back to McCarthy. Paul Gainey is waiting for it. Little dummy to the right. What's going to happen here? It's going to roll into the back of the net.
Taken in neatly here as far as David Clifford, last year's Young Footballer of the Year. Kevin Flaherty marking him, kicking in and kicking it beautifully. That is an excellent score by Clifford. Prepared to go forward. O'Shea getting away from Clancy. He's trying to keep tabs on him here. That's difficult. One of the most talented players in the game. Giving it in here, and it's cracked into the back of the net. And it's Tom O'Sullivan.
Still suspect.
Ian Maguire and Moran jumping. Dean has it. Connolly scores. It's 1-5 to 1-1. And now driving through the heart of that Kerry defence. Back it goes to Ian Maguire. Got the boot to it as it touches the goal. Brian Hurley has just scored, and Spallan's come on, and right now it's David Clifford. Had some very good moments in the first half, and that is another example of the brilliant talent the man possesses. And this is a good move forward here by Brian O'Biagli. O'Biagli has a support player. It's a very good stop by Micheál Martin. Point blank range, comes back out here to Ronan Buckley, and Kerry will be happy to get a point at the end of all of that. I know they can expect problems if this continues, because Clifford is on hand to get his second. David Moran. An opportunity now to kick for Killian Spillane, kicking with confidence, with accuracy, and down towards Clifford, who moved across. Where he goes, Maurice Shanley's after him. Clifford fancying his chances up into the air. It's a real hit and hope one. If that makes it, it is some score. It's an astonishing kick. Back to Meehan again, all the way back towards Luke Connolly. Connolly kicking up into the air. It's drifting, it's moving, it's still in play. It bounces. It's a goal! It's a goal for Cork! That is amazing! It's the man who came to play Mark Keane, the man from the AFL. As far as Hurley again. Brian Hurley cutting inside. It's a chance of a goal, maybe. He's got it! His 8th ever championship goal. Luke Connolly kicking it with the right, classical style, classical point as well. Brian O'Biagli looking to put Kerry in front again. Good running ahead of him, Jack Barry. Something there for the taking. It's a goal. It's a brilliant goal. While Sean O'Shea is completely unmarked because of that brilliant long pass Gainey waits for it, has it, here's a chance, and he rolls it in under Mark White. Kerry with a second goal. Paul Murphy, nicely down here as far as Paudie Clifford, absolutely tormenting Cork this afternoon, and that finishes in the back of the net, and Shawnee O'Shea has his goal as well. Here we go, here's Gavin White. White, still going, and somehow it ends up in the net. Gainey punches the air with delight.
It's hot and heavy in Porky Rain as Colm O'Callaghan loses possession, and here's David Clifford. He'll get the return pass. David Clifford should be Kerry's opening score, and it is David Clifford. Paudie Clifford been tracked there by Matty Taylor. Still Clifford, good run from Paudie Clifford onto his left foot. Paudie Clifford fires over, lovely score, makes a run. Still John O'Rourke, now back to Stephen Sherlock. Lovely play from Sherlock, and Stephen Sherlock gets Cork's first score from play. Good run from Brosnan, still Brosnan, and this one has been fired over, and it's a brilliant score from Tony Brosnan. Did manage a score from play in the first half, and O'Mahony has struck this one well over the bar. What a score from Cathal O'Mahony. This is a good move. Here's O'Mahony, 2 great points to his name already. Well, make that 3. That is brilliant shooting from Cathal O'Mahony. Chance now for a score for Clifford, and that one has been struck superbly by Paudie Clifford. Conceding any space inside, determined not to concede any more scores, but maybe a chance now for Owen McSweeney. Tries to curl this one in, and Owen McSweeney gets a superb point for Cork. Clifford gets a nice pass inside. Here's Paul Gainey. Bit of space now for Gainey, and Paul Gainey fires over. A